Hey, kids. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Where are you? Hi, wherever you are. Welcome to another day of Vinyl Junkies broadcast. What is this? How many days in a row are we now? 594? Next week, we celebrate 600 straight days. We will go to 666. Nice to have you aboard. Lots of you have been aboard since the early days, and, for newcomers, I hope that you're digging it up to now. It's been a trip and a half, right? It's been fun hanging out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and doing these albums and listening to them with you. And I have an album today that I'm practically certain I'm going to enjoy. Atmosphere. This will be the first time I ever hear anything from Atmosphere. But I'm looking very forward to it on a few points. Okay. The general premise to the Old Man videos is I've never heard the music. So sometimes it's new records, but sometimes it's also older records, but it's generally stuff I haven't heard before. Okay. This is a new record. I've heard of the Atmosphere for a while, but never really knowing what genre it was. You know, just one of those names you hear bandied about. Okay. But at one point or another, somebody, I just started seeing people in our group say, hey, you know, this Atmosphere record is good. And then at some point or another, I heard something about how it's MF Doom's last recorded performance. So it's like, all right, well, if it's you know, and Aesop Rock is on it. It's like, okay, well, if it's MF Doom's last recorded performance and Aesop Rock's on it, already it tells me that it's something that I'm going to like. You know, then I saw it's on the Rhymesayers label. It's like, all right, underground hip-hop label. I'm in for it also. I didn't know what to expect. Atmosphere, to me, I thought it might be one of those electronic things. You know what I mean? An electronic could be good. I mean, it could be Air and Daft Punk, but it could also be Coldplay. So, you know what I'm saying? So, hip-hop, awesome. I took the time to run both records through the record washer to remove any static. Okay, so I don't think that we're going to be hearing any popping or anything like that. I've taken care of that. And I've taken some mushrooms. Not a lot of mushrooms. A museum dose of mushrooms. Just enough to, quote-unquote, enhance the experience. And that generally tells you that I'm looking forward to it. I am. I got my vape packed. I changed vape recently to the Mighty Vaporizer. This thing has fucking changed my life. I got a bidet last week. That's completely revolutionized everything in life. Everything. Everything in life. Everything's been good. You understand? Fitter, happier, more powerful. What's the fucking Radiohead thing? All these things. Yeah, I've never heard anything from Atmosphere either, dude, but you're a hip-hop head, right? So I'm pretty sure that we're going to enjoy this. Yeah, Whiff says you want to get the dry herb vapes thing. They charge a premium and a half. Yeah, dude, listen, they're expensive. But can I tell you something? As somebody who's vaped for a long time, I would say that if you get a vape and you get one that works for you type of thing, the amount of money that you're going to save on weed is going to take care of itself. Eventually, depending on how much you smoke. It stretches out your fucking stash like crazy. It really does. Like this thing here is easily the best vape I've tried. I've got another 2 vapes. This is the one that I'm going to stick with like just forever. I'm in love with the fucking Mighty Vaporizer. In love with it. It's the most expensive portable vaporizer on the market. But it's better than everything else I've tried, though. You know? And for any of you who smoke, like, you know, even if you don't smoke often, it allows you to dose everything. So you can take, like, you know, just a little sip, and that's it. And you won't even get high on it, just to take the edge off. Anybody that smokes knows what I'm talking about, right? Just a little hit. And it tastes better than anything. You put one of those little fucking Bovita packages in it, you know, like to keep the weed fresh type of thing. You put it in there, it's like you're tasting plant. You're tasting plant. If you're smoking, if you're hitting your pipe 4 or 5 times a day, your vaporizer is gonna fucking pay itself off in 2 months. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding, dude. It's deadly efficient. Deadly. The Germans, man, and their engineering. Oh, they're so fucking good. You know? The thing about buying a vape is that you want to spend that $200 or $300 more on weed. You're right, dude. Listen, you're right. But the thing is that long term, that's not what's happening. Long term, you're not buying papers. You're not buying any paper. Dude, the reason it is that I'm selling you on this, can I tell you why? Because I'm sold on it. I'm not a fucking sponsor of these guys. I bought the fucking thing. I'm completely sold on it. Before this, I had a PAX. I have a PAX still. I stored my PAX. I don't need it anymore. This is better. I have the fucking, the other portable one. The portable one is fantastic. Plug. But I don't have anywhere to put it right now. This thing is the best fucking vaporizer I've ever had. It tastes better. It tastes a lot better than a joint. Okay? And I'm a 50-year-old stoner, so I've been doing this for a bit. It's crazy. The name of this thing is the Mighty Vaporizer by Storz & Bickel. It's a German company. I'm not getting paid to say this. I'm not. All I'm telling you is that there's things that make me happy right now. You understand? I'm exercising on the regular. I'm fucking demolishing that rowing machine. Demolishing it. I'm on it every day. This vaporizer has completely brought up my marijuana game, and I don't see it getting any better. It's funny, you 350 euros, maybe look a little bit more, dude. Okay? But I got mine for like 320 with shipping, Canadian, which is far cheaper than what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, listen, it's more expensive. But if you're looking to spend a little, if you're going to spend something on let me tell you something about vaporizers. These new people were wondering, it's like, this guy, what's he doing? Talking about vaporizers or hip hop? The two go hand in hand, fuck face. What do you think I'm going to do when I listen to this? I'm going to smoke a joint. I'm going to smoke. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to help you.
All you guys think about is dope.
Do you understand? Now, then if you're going to buy it, if you're going to move it to Costa Rica, what you want to do is you don't want to buy it from Europe. You want to buy it from the United States. Does it need any accessories? No. There's one accessory that it uses. Here, I'll show it to you. Check this out. It's like the size of a fucking... listen, I'm doing this just, it's exciting. It's an exciting product. I fucking love it. I really do. Check this out. It's the size of a Mickey. Okay? Not very heavy. Look. That's it. You screw it off. That's it. In terms of accessory, this is the only accessory. Hold on. See? This is the chamber. It's a ceramic chamber. Okay? And it heats it up through this. So this is convection. This is convection. And then it passes through airflows over here. But it's a ceramic bowl. But if you want to get accessories, they give you only one, but they give you these little caps. So the fucking weed doesn't even touch this. It stays 100% clean. I just drop this thing in, and that's it. And I just fill the same thing over and over again. What they do is they have accessories. Okay, so they make it so that you can buy 40 of those little things at once, along with a tray that comes with a spatula. So you just put everything in, you throw all your weed on this fucking tray, You have all 40 capsules in. You just pass over it with the spatula until they're all filled even. You know exactly what the fucking dose is every time you take a hit. You know exactly how long it lasts. For the first hit, you just keep it at 180 degrees, and all you do is you taste deliciousness. And then for the second hit, you go to 190, then 200, and then 210. I fucking get 4 hits out of one little capsule. And I get something off of it every time. It's crazy. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking crazy. Danesh, I know you, okay? So it's like some of you I don't know. But Danesh, I can tell you for an absolute fact. Don't waste time. If you're going to get one, and I promise that you're not going to be disappointed by it. I'm waiting for my tray type of thing. You know what I mean? And yeah, you can't light up in the house. Dude, listen, this doesn't smell. It doesn't smell like weed. It's kind of crazy. Mind you, I'm probably not the best guy you want to ask about that kind of thing because, like, I'm a pothead. So, maybe it smells like weed and I don't know. But yeah, man, if you got, like, let's say a window or something like that, smoke out the window. Nobody's going to know a thing. It's really... Vaping has come a long way, dude. Like, a long way. I started vaping with the early things. Like, over 10 years ago, 12 years ago. I had one of those box vapes. I had a vape pipe. It sucked. It sucked. Now, it's another game. It's like I said, you know, people look at they look at the price of things, right? And the price of things is something you have to look at. Obviously, you're on a budget, so you got to spend what's in your budget. But for me, when I'm buying something that I know that I'm going to keep using, I'd rather spend once, take the hit, and get something good that I don't have to worry about anymore. And that's what I did, and I'm not going back. This suits my needs perfectly. And also, you know what the bigger thing is? You know what another big thing is? You know what's a real pain in the ass? Ask anybody who vapes. You know what's an enormous pain in the ass with vapes? Cleaning them after. They get all gunked up. They get all sorts of shit. This thing is the easiest thing to clean that you can possibly ask for. It's stupidly easy. So, convenience all around, you know? No, vape doesn't carry the stink, dude. It doesn't. Yeah, cleaning the packs sucks, dude. That's exactly what I'm saying. The packs works well. It's effective. You get nice hits off of it. But cleaning the packs is a pain in the ass. I have like this little rod, this little metal rod that I used to put through it. It was this entire fucking thing. And that was an enormous part of what it is that I didn't... The reason it is I was looking for something else. Because when I was smoking, I smoke more than just one hit during a show, right? And I found myself, it's like, okay, well, I smoked it, and now I gotta fucking clean it out, and then I have to repack it. Not with this. I'm telling you, man, I'm gonna fill those 40 capsules. Boom, 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 boom. Fucking prepare. Before I start a show, put 5 capsules over here. Ready. When one capsule's done, boom, pop it out. Put in another one. Done. Done. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? It's a fucking awesome gadget. It really is. Yeah, dude, I'm still on vapes. The reason I'm on vapes is because it's very exciting. I'm also on fucking the bidet, dude. Do you even have a bidet, Campbell? That stanky ass. You know what it would do to it? You wouldn't leave the fucking toilet for 3 days. I sit on the toilet an extra 5 minutes every day now. Sheer pleasure. Just sit there. Somebody's taking care of my asshole. It's beautiful. I love it. I'm never fucking going back. Never. Never. As far as I'm concerned, you're a fucking heathen if you don't have a bidet at your house. You're a heathen. They cost nothing. They're not expensive. They're so easy to set up. And water splashes right into your hole. It's fucking awesome. Don't you like touching your asshole? This does it for you. It's pleasure. It's pleasure all around. Like Michael Blumpkin. We're already planning when I go to his house sometime next year. Dude, if you don't install a bidet, I'm not coming to your house. I can't shit at your house without a bidet. I need water shot up my ass from now on, wherever I go. I wish they could do that with vapes. Like vapes, like bidets. Like a portable bidet. I want to be able to have a portable bidet wherever it is that I go. I could go take a shit at the CBGBs. It doesn't matter. You put in the bidet, fucking get some water shot up your ass, and it's nice and clean. Everything is clean. Even if you go to the fucking CBGBs. Can you imagine taking a nice, clean, hygienic shit in CBGBs? You never thought it's possible. The bidet makes it possible. Did you know this? Did you know this? No, at this point in the game, I'm sorry. There's no fucking excuse. As far as I'm concerned, you're a fucking heathen without a bidet. It's unacceptable. A house without a bidet is now completely unacceptable. Your guests are going to feel pampered. This guy fucking cares about me. He cares about me. He's got a bidet. I know I can take a shit at his house. He's got a bidet. He cares. It's a sign of caring. Do you understand? You go to a house, no bidet, you know these fucking guys, they're heathens. Heathens. It's beautiful. And can I give you another little trick? Let me tell you another thing about the bidets, okay? Listen to me. You can get the ones that have the hot and cold water. But if you got the hot water, you got to run the hot water and through a tube and connect it to your sink. So, and expect a pipe there. If you don't have a place to run it against the wall, don't get the hot and cold, number one. Number two, the hot water is completely useless. The cold water doesn't exactly freeze your ass. It's not cold, it's refreshing. It's like drinking a nice cold glass of water. It's like drinking a nice cold glass of water before your ass. It's beautiful. It's refreshing. It's like a glass of lemonade on a hot summer day. You don't need hot water to wash your ass. It doesn't wake you up. It doesn't even do that. It doesn't even do that. I mean, what do you think we do over here? I'm just trying to make your life better. Don't you appreciate these tips? Why doesn't he talk about music? I do talk about music, nearly 600 straight days. What I do is I talk about a lot of other things. Oh, hi, Gary. Gary, listen to me, Gary. Gary, listen to me, okay? I just want you to know that this year, this vaporizer, this mighty vaporizer is for you. I promise this vaporizer is for you. And I want you to know, Gary, I was thinking about maybe visiting you in June someday. If you don't have a bidet, I can't come. I refuse to take a dump anywhere that doesn't have a bidet anymore. I'll take a shit in a pit. Dig a hole in the ground, I don't care. Install a bidet, I'm there. You don't understand. Once you have water shot up your ass on the regular basis, you never want to go back. Never. Never. This is just clean. This is asshole health. You know how they talk about gut health? They talk about gut health. They talk about dental hygiene. This is fucking ass. This is ass health. It's ass health. You understand? It's beautiful. It's fucking beautiful. You know what it is that they should do as like an accessory? Can I tell you what they should do as an accessory? What they should do is they should create like a little pipe. One that goes gentle into the ass. Okay, like a pipe attachment. So that you can squirt the water in the pipe and it goes deeper into your colon. So it's kind of like a power wash. You understand? You give yourself a little bit of a power wash. At least, you know, for the first 6 inches. And it feels nice. The first 6 inches. You're just, if you're able to jam the tube in 6 inches, right? And it's got to be nice and soft. Kind of like the Vagisil tubes, you know? Or like the Preparation H. Nice and soft. You put it in, it doesn't hurt. Right? And you attach the water and it shoots the water. Dude, it's like a little mini enema that you give yourself. It's like a mini vacation. You understand? It's like a spa for your asshole. A spa for your asshole. Do you understand? Do you still have to wipe? Good question. Excellent question, as a matter of fact. Dave, you will find that your toilet paper budget will be cut by about 40%, I assume. You don't have to wipe. The heavy wiping is gone. The heavy wiping is completely gone. What you do is you got to give it a wipe at the beginning, right? So you got to give it a wipe forward and backwards at the beginning. You get rid of all the really nasty stuff. And then you let the fucking bidet do the work. You go in and what you do is you just move around. You understand? Oh, there's a traveling bidet. I'm going to be buying a traveling bidet before I go anywhere. Okay? So what you do is then, once the water starts squirting, what you do is you start moving your asshole around so that it hits all the sides. And then you got to take another little bit of toilet paper just to wipe off the water. It's revolutionary. It's revolutionary, dude. Oh yeah, San Francisco, I'm bringing my own fucking bidet. What, are you kidding me? Porco Dio, not even a joke. I didn't know that it existed. Fucking Poland just showed me. Anywhere I go from now on, I bring my bidet with me. Just in case. You don't know. You don't have to go to the toilet. You have to go to a fucking bar or something. You got to go take a fucking shit in a boutique. You don't know. So what you do is you bring your portable bidet. You're safe. You're safe. You understand? Come on. I can't be the only guy who fucking has like a mini breakdown whenever you have to take a shit anywhere but home. I know Blumkin. Blumkin's got every fucking hang-up in the world. This guy can't shit anywhere but home. I'm pretty sure not only does he only shit at home, but he's got a specific toilet that he shits in. That's his toilet. And he doesn't like when his kids go. I bet you anything. You're here. Admit it. Admit it, Blumkin. You have a personal toilet and you tell your children not to use it. It's your toilet. Why can't we talk about these things? These are human elements of life. We talk about weed, we talk about bidets, we talk about other things. We talk about things. Sometimes we do recipes. You understand? Listen to me, dude. Can I tell you something? Imagine not shitting at home and you see there's no toilet paper. That's exactly why. With the bidet, at least, what you could do is you could blast. Okay? And it's going to get dirty because then you got to use your hands to clean out a bit. So it's going to get dirty. What you do is you put on a glove. You get a bidet and a glove. And you fucking start cleaning up. And then you let the water blast. And then you go under the sink and you wash the glove. Beautiful. Done. Do you understand? But thanks for pointing it out. Because you see, when you're pointing it out, this tells me these are all the contingencies that you have to plan. You don't need a butt brush, dude. You don't need anything. You need a bidet. That's all. I'm not wasting your time, I promise. You guys, come back here. Come back right here. After you get the bidet, come back here and come and talk to me. And say, Sam, you know why? Because I want to hear you say, Sam, you were right. I know I'm right. You're never going to hear somebody say, you know what? I fucking regret buying this bidet. I regret it. That doesn't exist. As long as you got nerves in your asshole and you get dirty, you're going to love the bidet. Your nerve endings is going to love the bidet. You're going to love it. It's fun and hygienic. You see? So just so you know, if you have to save a little bit of money, you don't need the hot water attachment. Not necessary. I bought it. Waste of money. I'm not going to attach it. You don't need it. Do you like this help? You feeling okay? Is it okay that I told you these things? YouTube, you're not offended? Can I get some likes on YouTube? All 10 of you. Very clear the atmosphere is going to get all the big crowds here. All the big hip-hop heads. See, this is why it is that you never cater to what's popular. All I had to do was put fucking Kanye West in the title. There'd be 5,000 times more people. You know what I mean? Quality matters. All right. We ready for this? How many of you have not heard this before? Let's do that roll call thing that I like to do. Who's heard it? Who's not heard it? Again, the last song here. Okay, so most of you have not heard this. Good. Danesh, I think you're going to like it. Blump, you're going to like it. And how many of you are hip-hop heads out of all of you? Okay, it looks like nobody has heard it. How many of you are hip-hop heads? I'm curious because this is going to be the ones that it appeals. Okay, well, if you like hip-hop, then this is what's going to appeal to you, you know? And it's a new game. It's a new record, so you can check it out. Barf Sword, how are you? All right, folks, yeah, I am ready to start. New folk, if you like what we do here, it is a lot of fun, you know. We have a grand old time. You can listen for free. But you'll notice that the community over here, you notice how everybody, we're all friends and stuff. Join the community. Chat is for patrons. You can become a patron for as little as $2 or $5 a month. And join the conversation. Join the fun every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Plus, we're here every night. Lots of bang for your buck. Only $2 or $5 a month. Patreon.com/Vinyl Junkies. Will we find patron 902? Will we find patron 902? We shall see. Step up. Step up. Step up. Ashbosh. This is a hippity hop record, Ashbosh. You're going to like it. I'm your groove merchant. Throw a couple of dollars this way. Would you buy me a coffee? Would you smoke me on this vape right now? This bowl that I'm about to smoke right now. Yes? All right. Throw a couple of dollars to the house. It keeps it going. It makes sure that we keep buying records and we keep doing these great shows for you. What makes them great? The fact that you're here. No bullshit. It's the fact that you're here that makes it great. The fact that we listen to this together. It's not just me. It's all of us together. Do you understand? So stuff a couple of bucks in my G-string. You see the link there. Your name will appear in lights. Everyone will see. Wow, look at that. He stuffed a $2 bill in Sam's G-string. Thank you. You notice that I lost some weight. I lost a little bit of weight, so I'm even sexier for you. Kavish. I'm excited to listen to the album too, Homecat, and it's nice to have you. Ronan just subscribed on Twitch. Thanks, dude. What we gonna do here? We ready? Gary, are you ready? We're gonna listen to the hippity hop. You okay with that, Gary? Gary, you okay with that? I hope so. Oh, hey. You want to buy t-shirts? I just want you to know that this week is pretty much the last week. It is the last week to get your 808 t-shirt. Okay? We'll see how this works. Should make for a great t-shirt. It is a great t-shirt. I haven't ordered mine yet, so I would understand, but I would tell you, yeah, man. It's a shirt that's paying tribute to the 808, and at the end of this month, we are retiring this design for good. Gone for good. So, get it now if you want it, or forever hold your peace. The next shirt comes at 1,000 patrons. Once we hit 1,000, we unveil another shirt. We already have the design made for it. I promise it's dope. Just like all our designs are dope. Right? We do this in small batches, man. We do this to make you guys happy. We do this to make you, to give you cool shit that's affordable. That's why we do it. So, get it while you can. The quality is what you want it to be, I think. Well, I buy them, so. I mean, I gotta buy my own shirts. I buy them. I like the quality. So. Considering that I wear nothing but t-shirts, that's a ringing endorsement. All right. We ready? Let's go. Thank you for the tip, Danesh. Appreciate it. Anyone else want to stuff a $10 bill or a $5 bill or a $2 bill or a $1 bill in my G-string? Where are you perverts? There's the link. Tip the old man. The old man in the G-string. Tip the old man in the G-string. Where are the perverts in this room? Where are the perverts in this room? I want to see the perverts. Smoke them if you got them. It's time. Side one. Atmosphere. Word? Family bong! Thank you, Homecat. I shook it for you. You saw that?
There's no winners at the ass-kissing contest. Not even the judge. Identify the object, but keep it in your pocket and try to leave the page before you start to read the comments. I can't remember when she wasn't asking what was wrong. I'm not offended, I'm pretending it's just because of the songs. While I was rendering my life, y'all put the shuffle on. It's like I'm standing on the corner.
Thank you, Gary.
I'm staring at the shit displayed behind the windows and gates. Patient waiting for the bus to carry me down the street. I feel like fuck you, January got me freezing my feet. Sleeping on the plane, trying to find time travel. Like you high enough to see inside of the galaxy's asshole and follow you and swallow you like a black hole. Hey, I'm not the same dude I used to be. Thankfully, permanently angry, trying to burn your little angel wings. My shit still stinks, nobody's changing me. You trying to get dope? I'm trying to take over a bakery. You kinda look like the type that might book flights when faced with adversity. The first to be like, good night, took a long pull. Hype. I've been around the world and I can't find a sweet spot to squat and die. Y'all be talking hella shit, I guess I probably would as well. I walk like an elephant, shook the bell, you took the L and flipped it upside down like a crutch. Yo, let go of my tusk before the mountain erupts. And everybody's like, what? We ain't know it's a volcano, fuck. Fuck.
First song, man. First song. You're still good.
like nothing, I gotta get up to something. If you feel like nothing, you better get up. And when they test you, are you gonna pass or fail? Got lost in your face like I'm following acid trails. She tried to call me when she got out of jail. It rang forever, it never went to the voicemail. This goes to all my birdies out in Albuquerque. Don't ever let them put the thermometer in your turkey. Raw like an N.A. Cherry and Eddie Murphy. If your posse's full of outlaws, you might be my attorney. I wear my
It's like shaking a paint can.
I'm horizontal on the carpeted floor by the food court. But my shoes are clean, neither are missing. A player wakes up before he dreams about pissing. Back when I was green, I used to rap to be seen. I just wanted to be a part of the team. But now I'm in some blue jeans, looking like Bruce Springsteen. I mean, it wasn't even close to Halloween. You smell like a pillowcase full of sugar. Please, you probably got some cheese up in your burger. Hoes gotta eat too. Peace, Mr. Witherspoon. Leaves in a swimming pool. Listen, fool, if it's all the same to you, tell me how you gonna kick it like a kangaroo when you sound like some dude that sounds like another dude. Rubber from the inner tube. What's the hullabaloo? Winnie the Who? They call me Sean, I used to hang out with your aunt. Toke a little kush and play a little tonk. I knew your daddy and your fast ass mom. So what you want? What you want, huh? I drove the bandwagon, used to have fantasies of vanity's ass in the last dragon. I'm closing in on 50 and my fashion is flagrant. I'm officially too old for these pants to be sagging. When you don't know where you are, put your eyes to the sky and identify the North Star. Watch it as it storms toward the podium, like give me your support before I go. Young buck up in your guts with a dinner fork. Pour a little liquor out for the deceased and spit a sick 40 for my fortunate peeps. I only came here to catch a couple of looks and pull some fish out your lake with my rusty hooks. When I feel like nothing, I gotta get up to something. If you feel like nothing, you better get up to something. When you feel like nothing, you gotta get up to something. If you feel like nothing, you better get up.
Dude, this is butter smooth, man.
I used to follow you before social media. Late night through the park, walking home from the bar. You could argue that the world got a little bit creepier. It's hard to compare it when you consider how aware we now are. Let's pay these billionaires a visit, split up their worth and spread it out to the women and the children first. Share the peanut butter, give the people the power to take better care of each other. I wish I was a writer, I should have been a cook. Appreciate the looks, but food and books. Been the hustle every year for the prior millennium. We try to hit it higher than the lights on the stadium. That's just a simple example of how basic I am. I'm not the one that's got your bubble gum, but I got a couple of opposable thumbs and this obsessive compulsion to sweep up these crumbs.
I make beats every day, I get at least 2 in. I smoke weed in every language, I speak fluent. If I ain't loving it, respect my absence, I be truant. Madison Square, I be Ewing. Only my doc can see through 'em. I've been working in the basement, rolling up the herb to gather word combinations. There's no trouble that I'm facing, so fuck the treble, all the basin. Alive as spaceship from off the station. Without weed, there's no subtleties to my patience. Over anxious, same old song, same story, same roach clip, same old bong. I take a pull and think, damn, how you remain so long? I've been living on a view, I try to take it all in. Living on a prayer too, in my city of sin. I align with those finish on what I'm looking to accomplish. Knocking out the classics and killing all the concerts.
I don't bother nobody, I just come and go quietly. Might show up at a party that no one invited me. Used to flow for notoriety, but now the dough inspires me. Broken economy, sold my soul to propriety. Focusing on sobriety, lost hope for society. When them white folks at that Ivy League, straight poison ivy. They said I was unapproachable, I told them don't lie to me. How you supposed to socialize with me with social anxiety? That's a personal burden, you gotta master them urges. I can't fathom what it feels like to not have the courage to see a person in person without acting nervous. I'm not your animal service and I'm not Hannibal Buress. I'm a man with a purpose, with a handful of Perkins. On demand for the purchase, for when the panicking worsens. For $1 or $2 I could make you feel wonderful, but it's not my job to make white people feel comfortable, bro.
Textbook narcissist. I told her that she's toxic like carcinogens. She kicked me out the house, I said karma is a bitch. And then we made love under the stars and the wind. I must be dumb, she had a pocket full of horseshoes. Smile like orange juice shining off my fangs. I'm trying to ascertain why everybody has to complain. Even the sunshine, a dance in the rain. You can produce and direct your critique. My skin's thick with 3 C's that seem to get thicker every week. Feel free to express your speech. We squeeze diamonds from the pressure as a stress release. If you can flex that strength, then you know how it goes. We show up for each other and try to hold each other close. Both of us supposed to keep it under control. You can't love another life without a couple of woes. I know you got a couple of those. I know you got a couple of woes. Yeah, I know you got a couple of those. I'm like, whoa. Somebody better call an ambulance. I'd have to be sick to think we'd ever need another jam like this. And at the least, please reach out to my management. Tell them I forgot to leave the seat down in the can again. I'm sorry, I know I'm so unoriginal. Plus I'm overly critical. I'm a condescending contradiction. Slip into the victim role if it remotely fits. A shoulder full of chips, pulling luggage on my ego trips. Apparently I'm inherently chewing on my foot. Put a judge on the cover of my book. Dad shorts in the streets, dad snores in the sheets with an orchestra of noise from the core of my sleep. Please, baby, keep me in your thoughts. I know it's gotta be almost impossible for you to water all the flowers in my pot. I put the sour in the sauce and act like it's not my fault. It's just the product of my flaws. If you ever had a pulse, then you know how it goes. We show up for each other and try to hold each other close. I ain't above it, it's a struggle to grow. You can't love another life without a couple of woes. I know you got a couple of those. I know you got a couple of woes. Yeah, I know you got a couple of woes.
I can only speak for myself. This is exactly the kind of hip-hop I like. It's got a laid-back vibe to it. The flow is really easy. It's kind of smooth. Reminds me of some Far Side. Reminds me of the Diggable Planets. Reminds me of some Tribe Called Quest. It reminds me of all of those older hip-hop bands that I used to go to, like the Blunted Out bands. You know? This is a smoking record. I mean, that there's no doubt about. It's a smoking record. It's pretty fucking great, man. Well, there you go. Nice to know, right? Immediately, it's a record that I like, you know, one of the records of the year, like, you know, type of thing. But it's just now that I see it in that category, I see myself going to it more often. You know? Yeah, I definitely a fan of this. Who else did I discover this year? I discovered Lyrics Born this year. That was fun. Lyrics Born's fucking awesome. I came across him from picking up a whole bunch of old Tommy Guerrero LPs, reissues. Longtime fan of Tommy Guerrero, and just my shop had a bunch of them, and I went out and got the whole damn run. And through there, Tommy Guerrero, the skateboarder for the Bones Brigade. Yeah, him. Professional skateboarder, yeah. Musician too. Awesome musician. He did a song with Lyrics Born, and it's pretty fucking awesome. I dig it. Dennis Doe says, you think I'd like Evidence, Cats and Dogs too. It's from the same label. Well, if it's from the same label, to me, Rhymesayers is a label that I'll give a shot to all the time. Okay. Whenever anybody gives me these laid back type vibes, that's always going to get me. Because that's the kind of thing that you can make the party however it is that you want. To me, I call it lounge. You know how it is when you go to a lounge? You can go and decide to dance type of thing, or you can just kind of sit down and enjoy a cocktail. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I always kind of liked. But generally a pretty chill vibe. So, whenever it is that I'm looking to put on that type of a mood, side one sounded like that. For me, for my particular taste, that's a very good place to be. Because that's my sweet spot with hip-hop. So, there you go. There's a Peanut Butter Wolf comp out there that I need. Which one? I have some Peanut Butter Wolf comps. Yeah, man, I fuck with all that Stone's Throw stuff. I dig it, man. All right, so what'd you guys think? I mean, there's a whole bunch of you that have heard of this for the first time along with me, right? How about you? What did you think? Do any of you already have this on vinyl? Are you planning to get it on vinyl? From what I understand, it's pretty cheap. If somebody can go check the store, okay? By the way, the code that I put there is for our store, our sponsors, Au 33 Tours. I'm pretty sure that they have Atmosphere because I bought the record from there. If you're in Canada, you want to check this shop out. Their delivery service is spectacular. Ask anybody that's ordered from them. You'll see what I mean. One of the reasons I'm looking at my phone all the time, 27 Canadian means it's about 23 American. You know? That's real good. Well, you're not sure about owning it. Well, look, there's another 3 sides. For me, the first side is kind of like, okay, you got an impression, right? What's your impression up to now? Do you like it? And yeah, it's exactly that. $23 for a 2LP, that's a joke. It is. It's cheap. Now, if we're going to stay on quality, though, Let me do the quality control now. Okay, the edges are a bit rough on both of them. So this is not like the finishing isn't 100%. That said, there's no mess in the middle. So the edges are a bit rough. Not the end of the world, though. Where it is that I'm seeing a problem is that the record is wobbly. The record's warped. It's an 8 out of 10 warp. 8 out of 10, maybe even 7 out of 10. What's the difference between an 8 out of 10 and a 7 out of 10? A 7 out of 10 means that theoretically, you could fit a dime in the crack between the record and the platter. If you can fit a dime, that's a 7. If you fit it in tightly, it's a 7. If you fit it in comfortably, it's a 6. If you can't fit it in, it's an 8. So it's somewhere between a 7 and 8 warp. Yes, dudes, I have my system completely locked in, man. I've scored over 500, way more than that. I've used this score to grade well over 1,000 records when I think about it. So you could fit a guitar pick, yes. Incredible Universe, if you look at it like, let's say, one of the thinner guitar picks type of thing, yeah, it would fit a guitar pick. That's why I'm saying it's between an 8 and a 7. That's too much of a warp. Once it starts getting into 7 territory, for me, I'm not happy. And it's right at the boundary. And I checked the other record also, and it's about the same thing. The other record's a bit better. That's a big deal to me. Packaging. Listen, the packaging is standard. Okay, which is to say direct-to-board. It's not the shittiest direct-to-board packaging that I've ever seen. It isn't. Did it come with polyline sleeves? It came with polyline sleeves, so that's a fantastic thing. And, in terms of liner notes, there's no lyric sheet or anything like that, and there's only art in the middle. And I'd say that it is absolutely worth it. Oh, the other thing that I looked at is, if it's centered properly. Okay. And it's more or less centered properly. It's a 9 out of 10. So you see a little bit of sway. 9 out of 10, though, is not terrible. I've seen a lot worse. So I should give you an idea. If you ask me, I bought the record, right? So I paid $27 Canadian for it. Based on the quality, based on what it is that I've heard up to now, to me, I'm happy with my purchase. Certainly based on the music, I'm very happy up to now. So it's looking good. You know what I'm saying? And I do approach this as the consumer also, because if I'm going to buy the record, it's like, okay, is it worth it? Don't forget, I buy these records, right? So if you're going to give me a more expensive record, I expect something from the more expensive records. So I've been doing this long enough to know pretty much all the labels out there and know what the offerings are. And I'm pretty sure that I'm a pretty decent authority at being able to help guide you through some of this stuff. You're confused as to how a record can be anything other than centered. The machines have to be calibrated depending on how thick the vinyl is, depending on a variety of factors that, every time you're making new records, you have to center the machine each time. You'd be amazed how very few records I see that are 10 out of 10 centered, like dead center. You'd be amazed at how few. But that's vinyl production, and guess what? Want me to disappoint you a little bit, folks? If I had to guess, I'd say that Christmas is going to be a fucking disaster for vinyl. The supply chain shortages are going to create nothing but disappointment. They're pumping out all sorts of fucking product. The lead-in times are up to a year right now. If you wanted to get a project now done, you'd have to wait until late into 2022 to have your offer delivered, and you have to pay up front. You know how that cripples an independent band? And it's more popular than ever. Vinyl is absolutely more popular than ever, so the demand's shot straight up too. You know what that means? Add Christmas to that, it's going to get messy. It's going to get messy. You know? Yeah, canceling orders that are delayed, indefinitely out of stock. I wouldn't want to own a label right now. I can only imagine the shit that the labels catch a ton of shit when their stuff sells out and all the rest. I can only imagine the shit that they got to deal with now. Yeah, the indie labels are getting fucked by all of this because it's just that them putting out their record is not sustainable for a lot of for a lot of indies. It's not the same budget. They can't afford to have that much money tied up nearly a year ahead. You know what I mean? You have to look at all of these things, and I mean, the indies are gonna suffer for it, no doubt. You know who else is gonna suffer for it? You. The consumer is going to suffer for it. They're moving these things so fast. There's staffing shortages everywhere. And to run this kind of thing, it's not just like you hire somebody to just do something. I mean, there's an art to it. You have to learn how to run the machines. There's a whole lot of stuff that needs to be done. At every step, you got to have the same fucking people working at it like a craft. But that's not what's happening in these things. They can't keep employees. You understand? So what are you going to get? You're going to get crappier records. And you know what else is going to happen? The scalpers are going to have the time of their motherfucking life. Scalpers are going to go crazy. Get ready for it. You know? I don't fuck with any of it, so it doesn't frustrate me. If your shit's that big that everybody wants it and I have to wait in line and I have to click over and over again to buy a record, keep the record. You know? Keep the record. I'm okay with it. I don't need it. There's lots of other music. You know what the beautiful thing about vinyl is? You're not always programmed to always look for what's new. People who listen to music, and I see my daughter, she's 15 years old. She's going to be 16 next year. And I see everybody's programmed towards new. When you have vinyl, you know what winds up happening? You wind up going backwards a lot. And I mean, anybody who catches my show hears me. I go backwards a whole lot. Right? It's a different way of listening. It changes the way you listen to music. The minute it is that you stop making digital your primary consumption for music, it completely changes your habits for the better. You know? That's why I keep doing it. And I do, I absolutely sympathize 100%. To people who are talking about the prices. Yeah, the prices are crazy. The prices are not going down. With the problems happening with the shipping and all the rest, all of that's going to get worse. All of this is just going to get worse. It's going to be a fucking nightmare. I mean, that's my prediction. We'll see. So play your old records, man. Like that's one of the reasons that I think that this show really offers a lot to patrons. Okay, conversations like this, it's like it gives you an idea of what to look for when you buy the records. Why? Because I buy them too. I know what I'm looking for. I'll tell you if a record's shitty. But when you buy records, like I said, it's different. You're not programmed to just new. You run at you run at a different tempo. The mind appreciates music differently. Will I say that it's better? That's up to you. To me, it is. I'm not going to be one of these guys who's going to argue it's better. Listen, to me, it's a qualitative experience. It's way better. But who am I to say? It's also not convenient. So, it's also expensive. Jake Wynn, I wish I had thousands of dollars a year to buy all the vinyl you want. Digital is a must. Dude, I understand that. That's exactly it. I know that. I mean, now I do this as a job, right? So it's my job to buy these records and tell you about them and do what I do. I mean, I'm a source of information. And like I said, for me, I don't care I'm a credible source of information too. When you're in records all the time and you have this many, you're going to become a credible source of information. I'm in this all the time. I know what the new stuff is because I'm still buying new stuff. I see it. And because you guys have only so much space in the house, only so much money to buy records, and a whole bunch of things, the choices that you make are important. So it's important to know what you're buying. I get it. I promise I get it. Don't forget, I've been buying records my whole life. I get it. So, this year, the quality's a little wonky. One record's a little bit wobbly. Otherwise, I think it's a fantastic package for the 27 Canadian that I paid for it, which, like I said, works out to about 23, 24 American, 20 British pounds, something like that. You know? Me? I'm happy with it. Do you guys like when I talk about the like shop talk? When I talk about the materials and all of this stuff, does this hold attention? I mean, I would figure it has to. I mean, this is what we do here. I'm going to talk about the record. Do I have opinions on clubs like Vinyl Me Please? I was sponsored by Vinyl Me Please for several years, so I have a lot of material from them. The quality of their records has gone up enormously. They use a QRP to press their records, and they have dedicated presses at GZ Media, I think. The stuff that's pressed at quality QRP are the best in the business. I think their curation is kind of dodgy. I don't think I need it. And I think that their records are outrageously priced. I think the price of their records is crazy. If it's stuff that's harder to get and that kind of stuff, and you're paying $50 for a record, that I will not say is a waste. That's not a waste. If you're getting a proper title that's $50, $50 for a high quality record is what they sell for. So if you're not willing to buy them, don't buy them. But what it is that when they take something and they did like the $50 version of Isaac Hayes' fucking Tough Guys, 3 Tough Guys. Every time I go record digging in LA, I find 15 copies of the fucking record. The record's cheap as chips. You don't need a new press. There's plenty of them around. And you can get them for $5. I mean, the new collector doesn't know this. Because the new collector, it's like, hey, if you hear this Isaac Hayes blaxploitation, it's cool. But if you ask older guys who are not fucking cool whatsoever, but they know this shit. So to me, talk to me about the older stuff. You want to talk to me about 3 Tough Guys? You want to talk to me about blaxploitation? No problem. You want to talk to me about Donda? I'm fucking useless. I'm no good. I don't want to know. Capiche? You understand? It's a concierge type service, yes. It's a concierge type service. For the right titles, I think it's worth it. I think that they have some titles that, I mean, if you look at what they charge for their records and what you can get them ordinarily, there's a significant difference. So, I mean, on the other hand, no, it's the same pressings, though. You know, they deal with great labels, that's for sure. I love the labels they deal with. But if you buy that same record, but you don't buy the Vinyl Me Please version, you buy the other version, you buy like the label version, you're going to save a ton of money. Just doing that. You know? Do you need somebody to do that for you, to curate your collection for you? Okay, well, we'll curate your collection for you. Me, I like picking my own records. So, the value of a show like this is that I talk about the record that I have. I'm not talking only about the music. I'll be honest about the pressing that I have. I'll be honest about what it is that I see. I've bought a lot of dodgy records. Every time I buy a record from Stone's Throw, I expect a shit platter. Every time. Because Stone's Throw press garbage wax. I got a ton of it because I like the music. It's not expensive. Which record did you buy? Three Tough Guys? Dude, I got 2 copies of it here. I'm not even joking. Not even joking. You guys want, listen, I'm actually completely serious. You want a curation service? Listen to the show every night. I'll give you curation. You know how I give you curation? We'll hang out in community. I'll play a bunch of songs from you with a bunch of different genres, tell you the records, tell you the whole thing, and at that point, you curate yourself. You pick what you want. You listen to a whole bunch of different things. First, you listen to it on digital to see that if it's there. I'm talking to people who buy maybe 24 records, maybe 2 records a month or something. You break it down, you see what you like digitally, you get the ones, you zero down to the records that you like the most, and those are the ones you go out and buy. That I could do for you. It's not going to cost you $50 per record. It's going to cost you a lot cheaper. It's going to cost you $2 or $5 a month. Be a patron. This is the service I provide. This is what I do. Patreon.com/Vinyl Junkies. Patron 902, where are you? Do you enjoy the content? Great. Be a part of the conversation. Let us get to know you. All right. I think I'm ready for side 2. So much talking, Sam. What? I'm happy. Taking some mushrooms is really awesome. Can I say that? I would just like to give a healthy thumbs up to mushrooms, to magic mushrooms. They are truly magical. So look, what it is that I'm going to do now that I see that it's a little bit wonky, right, is I'm going to put a clamp, a turntable clamp on it. So it presses down the middle and just flattens it out. You know what I'm saying? All right, folks. Smoke them if you got them.
I'm all strung out. I'm sick off the shit like it's about to turn me out. Already know I'm all strung out. I'm lost in a cloud of fear and self-doubt. How does it go? I'm all strung out. I'm sick off the shit like it's about to turn me out. Already know I'm all strung out. I'm trying to work it out. I think I'm burning out. Yes, the rebel, the rhythm, the devil in my system got me feeling like brrrt, stick 'em. It's 3 in the morning and I'm standing in my kitchen. Opened up the fridge to confront my addictions. Looking at the food like it'll save me from my sickness. Maybe that's how it got the nickname Fixins. I wanna make a sandwich and cop a couple donuts, a bowl of cereal and wash it down with a soda. But I'm getting too old to act young in a culture of consumption. Gotta fix the malfunctions. Mix another drink so I can feel like a loser. If I stay away from liquor, I'm feeding for some sugar. Got a whole lot of excuses to change my behavior. So stressed out, I just wanna stay familiar. Man, I'm just a man trying to feed me familiar. Pancakes looking at me like I wanna kill ya. How does it go? I'm all strung out. I'm sick off the shit like it's about to turn me out. Already know I'm all strung out. I'm lost in a cloud of fear and self-doubt. How does it go? I'm all strung out. I'm sick off the shit like it's about to turn me out. Already know I'm all strung out. I'm trying to work it out. I think I'm burning out.
Cheeseburgers and chicken wings. Got my t-shirts in the thick of things. Nachos and tacos put me in a debacle. I could have that or the mac and cheese and pot roast. Knowing damn well I should follow Dr. Sebi, but I love the cake parmesan and meat on my spaghetti. Back in the day, I could pack it away, and none of that garbage happened to stay. I went from high metabolism to bi-metabolism. Oh shit, I gotta find my activism, but I'm lacking interest. And that Big Mac is smacking, isn't it? And when Big Mama's back in the kitchen, I start chasing my appetite like I'm tracking the distance. I gotta get back in business. Hello, Lifetime Fitness.
How does it go? I'm all strung out. I'm sick off the shit like it's about to turn me out. Already know I'm all strung out. I'm lost in a cloud of fear and self-doubt. How does it go? I'm all strung out. I'm sick off the shit like it's about to turn me out. Already know I'm all strung out. I'm trying to work it out. I think I'm burning out. Come back. Make time to have a good time. If you can't find time, you might have to buy time. Take a time out before you're all out of time. It's about time, don't be wasting my time. Once upon a time there was a young boy. He grew up on the bottom of the Twin Cities. We bothered everybody at the party. She could have been my Bobby, I probably was her Whitney. I'll write a song for you, then write another one. I struggle just to keep it down to a couple of pages in the notebook. Save you on a hard drive. What's it gonna take to get your name in the archives? And I'll pretend to do the sensible thing, but I've been swimming upstream ever since I could dream. And it don't even seem like the line's getting shorter. I need a drug that makes time move slower. I've been complaining just a little too often. I should be thankful for these limited options. I got a full belly and something to cough on. Somebody tell me what the fuck is my problem? Make time to have a good time. If you can't find time, you might have to buy time. Take a time out before you're all out of time. It's about time, don't be wasting my time. You know what time it is, you know what time it is.
Time's killing us, time's killing us. We killing
And we could flex if we wanna, or we could connect to protect each other from the monsters. Baptized in a pot of boiling water, doesn't matter either way, the fever gonna get a whole lot hotter.
This is awesome. Come on, man, this is awesome.
I probably should be seeing as a model human being, but I was taught how to adjust with the seasons. Maybe you should focus on some shit that you believe in and keep it moving like there's no room for improvement. My perpetual truth is I spend a little too much of my personal time just trying to make some better music. Now what the fuck is that? Hell of a fantasy. You could tell my family I said that I loved them, and you could tell 12 I said nothing. Already under surveillance, man, they watching your show. Try to change the channel and get lost in the snow. Like who's that knocking on the front door, and how they move past the booby traps that you planted on the front porch. And all your favorite rappers are not Illuminati. We're too stupid probably. Spank that ass like you got that stock. Stole a tank of gas and broke the Molotov on the boombox. The world's a costume shop. Why you choose to be a cop? When it rains it pours, and when it pours it floods. I'm trying to order one more before you cork the jug. They said we started our initial descent like this. I said a prayer and it went like this. I came to this town on a train made of drums, and we've been following the sound of the sun. It goes by a name I can't say with my tongue, but for now I keep it simple and I call it the one.
Yeah, this is straight fire.
I'm a prisoner of the moment, married to the game, though I should've gotten to know it. You can't buy love, damn, why I feel stolen. You can't let it go if you never learn how to hold it. Every verse here is loaded with riches for the soul, will never work for them old. I'm hoping someone to notice, ayy, one day you never know, huh? G-Rap said, you could be the GOAT, it takes one to know one. Yup, my bravado's attached. I hate the view, but love watching it back. The music heals all the feels, why do I feel attached? I could cure the worst disease, but your work is free. Sorry, call the doctor for that. Knock, knock, don't holler back. Let's surf from on a couch placed in a trap. You might see a mouse chase the cat, it's weird. I'm about facing that. Turn my back on the pain and the facts, as I'm about facing that. Man, no, I'm a little extra to everything you didn't measure. No one gave a F for effort. Took what's less for better. Used to get in ditch, I used to love it in the whip, but now we sexing in a Tesla. The pleasure was electric, I'm trying not to budge. Rose beneath the woke, yeah, I'm tired of being judged. Soaking in my oats, confine me in the mud. I'm tired, I ain't woke, insomnia is a drug.
Dopeness personified. No complaints, man. Totally old school beats. I mean, this is the kind of hip-hop that I go for. This is the kind of hip-hop that I grew up on. It was the hip-hop that I listened to. My hip-hop of choice in my 20s, during the 90s. And I'm always looking for the blunted beats. I think the production's fantastic. Sounds really nice on vinyl too. I'm not experiencing ear fatigue. When you put on a pair of headphones and you listen to the music through headphones, you experience ear fatigue if, the highs are too high. If there's anything that's off type of thing, you hear it. But when I listen to a record, I try to listen to it both on headphones and off headphones to see, how I enjoy it both ways. And that's a drop, isn't it? Jesus Christ. I gotta watch what I fucking say around here. Yeah. I haven't taken the headphones off because I'm really enjoying listening to it on headphones. Just fucking bobbing along. It feels great. But I guess I'm going to take side 3 and just listen to it separately without the headphones and see what I think, in a more open type room. We having a good time? I hope so. I do enjoy hanging out like this with you guys. Kind of cool, right? Good way to spend the middle of the afternoon. If you dig what we do, become a part of the conversation. Join our chat, become a patron for as little as $2 or $5 a month. Patreon.com/VinylJunkies. Patron 902, where are you? Let's see you step up. As I mentioned before, 808 shirts. This is the last week they're available, so if you want to get your 808 shirt, get it now or forever hold your peace. The address is in the links. Here, let me show you this. We did parquet courts on Monday. Atmosphere today. Friday continues with the hippity hop. We're doing Malibu. Anderson Paak. Yes, it'll be a first time listen. So, I'm expecting it's a bigger title, so there'll be at least a few more people. Like I said, it doesn't make a difference to me. Honestly, I'd rather hang out with the people who are here no matter what the music is. That's more my thing. I don't worry about the people, it's this record, so I'm going to pay attention. No, man, if you're here for any of it, that's kind of like my preference. I just like listening to new music. I like hanging out with music nerds. The Cure Disintegration will happen. We still haven't worked on next week. It's coming. Don't worry about it. It is all happening. What are we today? Wednesday. Dude, slow down a little bit. We got until fucking Friday. This guy, what's happening on Wednesday? What's happening on Wednesday? Shut the fuck up is what's happening on Wednesday. Sit down. Patience is a virtue. You want me to be your life coach? I'll be your life coach. Patience is a fucking virtue. Now shut up. Does that answer your question, Danesh? Please let me know. You're being so mean to people, Sam. You're abusive. You're abusive, Sam. I'm abusive. Fuck off. People don't understand. This is radio. Can you imagine if every character on every television show you what? I want to watch a show where everybody's a good guy. Oh shit, I remember that show. It was boring as hell. It was called The Cosby Show. Oh, no, wait. Embrace your inner bad guy and have fun with it. Let your inner bad guy out every once in a while. Doesn't have to do anything. You don't have to fucking chop up puppies. Aggression is an energy. It allows you to step out and try new things. Learn how to harness that shit. Don't bottle it up and put it away the way society tells you gotta do. Fuck society. Capiche? In other words, you come here, you're not gonna get a perfect person. Right? I'm not gonna put it on. I'm not just putting it on a show for you. This is my life. You understand? I've been here every fucking day. I'm bipolar. There are good days, there are bad days. And you go through it. I mean, what? You expect me to be a jukebox? There's going to be some point where I'm talking to the people too. So who I am winds up coming into the picture. So you present that as an authentic way, as an authentic thing. Warts and everything. It's so fucking ironic and so sad that that's what makes it gonzo. Because it's not something you see around. So, let he who hath no sin cast the first motherfucking stone. Do you follow what I'm saying? If you live in a glass house, don't throw stones. Don't throw stones. Are you the type of person who puts your best foot forward? You always try to present well? Or are you okay with shit just falling apart and you just go with it? What kind of a personality do you have? Do you need to work always in an ordered environment, or are you somebody that understands the value of chaos and tries to harness it? Too much chaos is not too good. Too much order isn't either. You know what I'm saying? This fucking mother's milk comes to my house 3-4 weeks ago. The minute he steps into my basement, oh, Sam, yeah, if I was down here, I would just grab a garbage can and anything that I don't need, I'd throw away. Within fucking the minute he's downstairs, he's already talking about bringing a garbage can down. This fucking asshole, Mr. Hospital Corners. Worry about your anal retentive ass. I'm comfortable in my chaos. This guy. But you see, it's good to bring those two elements together, because that's where it is that clash makes for healthy things. If you get those types of people together, you know, they make shows of it. It's like The Odd Couple. Dun, 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 dun. You remember that song? Like that. And that's why I do mushrooms before I play the records. Because it allows me to have fun. Do you like to have fun? I like to have fun. Mother's milk. Do you need it? Gone. Do you have a bidet? Guess what, motherfucker? You need it. You better have those shits installed in your house when I come there. I expect bidets on that toilet. I have certain minimum needs. Who's Walter and who's... I'm the fucking rude dude. I'm the fucking grouch. I'm always the grouch. He's the fucker who cleans everything. He's the one who complains. He's the one who complains about the fact that I make a mess. You understand? Meanwhile, he doesn't have a bidet. And he wants to call me a savage. Oh. This guy. Do you know what it feels like to have water shot up your ass? Try it. You'll never turn back. No, but it's nice, the friendships we've built here. Isn't it? It's nice. We've learned from each other. I mean, you listen to me talk and you listen to me figure my things out and talk about whatever. But the fact is that you guys are reacting to it, and we're having a conversation about it, and I'm influenced by you as well. It's not just a music thing. It's a society thing. It's a community thing. It's a lovely thing. It works. Dude, if you install one in the shed, can I tell you something? I would rather fucking go take a dump in the shed with a bidet on a fucking wooden toilet than if you gave me a gold toilet in your house. You know what it is that the bidet saves me? The trouble of having to take a shower after I take every dump. I've saved, anybody who thinks, oh, bidets waste water, no. I saved at least 2 showers a fucking week because of that bidet. How many times have you had? How many times have you had those really messy ones? And it's fucking muddy down there. It's like, listen, you got no amount of toilet paper. no amount of toilet paper can save the situation. You jump in the shower, you wash your ass. You don't need to do that anymore. You got a bidet now. You got a bidet.
Too much shit.
Do you understand?
Fuck, it's overflowing.
Do you understand what I'm saying? The online hive mind. Then it goes here and it goes there. Sometimes it's serious. Sometimes we joke. That's what it is to be in a community. It's the music, sure. And we're listening to an album right now that's incredible. But on Friday, it's going to be another record. It's not just the music. It's the fact that we're hanging out in community and listening to it. Capiche? All right. We ready for side 3? Awesome. Join the conversation. You enjoying it? You'll notice everybody talking in the conversation and having a grand old time. You notice how we're all having a grand old time? It's because we all know each other. You've joined this big thing here where we know each other and we nerd out on music every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Now, don't fret. I'm inviting you. Come and join us. Come and join the conversation. Let's get to know you too. Patreon.com/Vinyl Junkies. Premium entertainment right to your ear holes. All month long, I will fuck your ear holes for $2 or $5 a month. What do you say, Mother's Milk? Mother's Milk is my pseudo-producer. Do you think that doing mushrooms during a show is a good idea or no? Should we nix the mushrooms? I am very influenced by my producer. He's the one who's in charge of the quality control. The guy who came downstairs and tells me within like a minute of meeting me that he'd come downstairs with a garbage can next time. The same guy. Mushrooms? Yay or nay? Is it better not to do mushrooms? Does it take me off the point? No. The point is radio. You create it as we go along.
I am the mushrooms.
You become the mushrooms. You see, sure, go for it. Even him. I'm starting to loosen him up. I fucking crippled him for 24 hours with one gummy. That's the last straw. I am never sharing my weed with anyone again. Unless you're like a complete fucking certified stoner. That's the only people I'll ever fucking share my weed with. Other words, stay away from me. I've seen too many people fucking faint. It's happened a lot. You understand? Like, I can smoke drugs with Jiu-Jitsu. I can smoke drugs with Uma. I can smoke drugs with Darns. Gary. Sonoran Dub, Muddy. These people, okay. Muddy even, I'm not too sure, because he's a skinny little guy, eh? So, you don't know. I smoked a joint once with a skinny little guy. He fucking collapsed. I'm not even kidding. At a Mastodon concert. I swear I'm not kidding. This is a true story. The last time I went to a concert and I smoked with somebody on a joint, it was at a Mastodon concert. It was the Hunter tour. The guy collapsed in the middle of the show. Another time I smoked a girl at a Residence show. She weighed 99 pounds. By the time she finished vomiting, she weighed 85 pounds. She vomited 25% of her body weight. Fuck. Like, it's very clear I should not be sharing my fucking weed with anybody. I gave you 20 milligrams. That's exactly it. Can I tell you something honestly? Blumps, listen to me. You don't have to say yes or no, but you know what I thought to myself now? With this thing, you can control everything. You can control as much as you take in. You can take a little sip. You should try it again, but you should try it with the vaporizer. Just a little sip, and it doesn't do nothing. A little, it'll just calm you down. And at that point, you can dose yourself. It's not just like a 20 milligram shot, because that was the issue. Yeah, I guess in retrospect, I should have realized it's too strong for him.
Boys, we gotta get some weed into him, I'm telling you.
I fucking... Shit. Oh, mother's milk. I didn't fucking do that on purpose. You know I didn't. You know I didn't. But I started the guy on a 20 milligram edible. Like, you have to understand, to me, I do 50 and I'm okay. So it's like I didn't even think about it. I didn't fucking think about it. I should have thought about it a little more. I feel like I'm a fucking idiot for not having thought about it. I nearly killed my friend. I nearly killed my friend that night. But I don't want to turn him off to it. So it's like, no to the no to the fucking things. But would you share a vape with me? Would you share a vape with me, Blumpkin? Just a vape. Or is that a big no-no also? No. It's straight plant. There's no edible. It's straight plant. I won't lie, though. My plant is very high in THC. You still plan ahead when you do edibles. Listen, edibles, you develop a tolerance for that shit too. At the beginning, like now I haven't had an edible in about 10 days. If I take an edible, I'll feel it a lot more. But for a while I was eating for months and months. I was taking edibles every day. And you develop a tolerance. Unfortunately for Michael, what it is that I told him to take an edible, it was during the time that I was fucking eating them like Tic Tacs. So my tolerance was high. So that was my mistake. But I'm telling you something. If it makes you feel better, mother's milk. If it makes you feel better, I learned a lesson. I am never giving an edible to another fucking person ever again unless you're a certified stoner. Not. And I am absolutely not sharing my weed with almost anybody. Almost anybody I wouldn't. But for some reason, Blumpy and I, you know we're going to do a show again at some point. For some reason, I want to get high with him. Because he's going to be good. He's already good. He is already good. We were both idiots. He should have also said no. Fuck. We're both idiots. But you know what? I didn't mean him no harm. He didn't mean any harm. Nothing. These things happen. Sometimes a gummy incapacitates you for 24 hours. What are you gonna do? All right. We ready for side 3? We gonna do this? Patreon 902, are you out there? Step up. We'd love to meet you. Patreon.com/Vinyl Junkies is where that gets to happen. So very happy to have spend this time with you. It's a lot of fun, man. Let's do this. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. Taking my last shot off this dose and then I gotta clean it out. Family bong!
Your mommy never cared about your money, and I left your party cause y'all clowns are too funny. You could dive off the stage or you could climb up those curtains. It's alright to admit that you're afraid of the uncertain. I'm here to audition for the role of the unhinged, trying to act like it's an accident, the bad guys catch wins. I might just be nervous, anxiety resurface. I got issues with the misuse and your excuse of a purpose. I stayed until the finish, to the dismay of my critics. When it's all said and done, y'all can say that I did it, or you can tell them I failed. I mean, I guess I don't care. That's none of my concern. Y'all gotta learn not to stare. Stop, we not the same. You can spot me from a place
I want my up, as steady as my down. When I want my cup, as heavy as my crown. When I look in the mirror, I'm so glad I found a friend. When I come around again, I want my up, as steady as my down. My cup heavy as my crown. When I come around.
She told me to come inside and get out of the raindrops and stop living your life like a day job. I'm trying to make this feel like a holiday. It's a complicated celebration nowadays. Gotta take it any way we can acquire it, with consideration to our time and our environment. Trying to find a silver lining with yourself included. It's why we play these records like there's keys in the music. It could be as simple as it's supposed to be. If only what they told me was actually what they showed me. Hope the kids get a chance to tell a brand new story. But in the meantime, please don't stand so close to me. She said she never loved the police. That's when I knew I wanted to protect myself from her sting. And I don't know what to think, but now I'm trying to redeem for every time I didn't seem to keep my eye on your team. And I can be as careless as a dream, but as careful as the breeze. Carry seeds from the trees and spread them across the field until they too little to see, until they barely just a ripple in the sea. Specifically, I'm free to be stressed and worried about whatever sequence of events and experiences I'm feeling incomplete. And let me get this release. I believe that I need some relief. I disappear into the night like a what? I was a horrible thief, forgot to steal anything. I'm on the carousel, trying to take care of myself. We can laugh, we can sing. I'll be back next spring on the carousel, trying to take care of ourselves. I'm as present as the callus underneath that ring. You on the carousel, trying to take care of yourself. I appreciate the challenge, but these lights ain't green. On the carousel, trying to take care of myself. On the driver's side, I ride shotgun, looking at the rear view. I think somebody's following. Helicopters clocking the wrong clockers. I just dropped my kids off at soccer. It's gotta be awkward to walk and talk with the defiant posture of a giant toddler. Hey doctor, write me a script so I can pop the top off and light me a spliff. Watch a documentary that I'll likely forget. Let's stop pretending we got some type of life outside of this. Gonna be okay, little homie. A hero ain't nothing but a hokey. Don't ever let them put the bologna up in your bowl of macaroni. Push the button and put the Dolby in your Sony. Is it live or is it Memorex? I'm trying to live my best life. Check the check, the check. Never met a pessimist that plays chess. We breaking our necks, trying to make it look effortless. And all I wanted was a Pepsi challenge. Staring at your screen like you're checking your balance. Like you finally figured out how to fight those fascists. Turned off the headlights, the whole world vanished.
That's why, you know what my favorite disaster would be? And Jesus, I pray for one of these.
Jesus!
An asteroid.
This record is Record of the Year. It mentions Jesus.
And I mean big. Never mind this shit that destroyed the barn. I'm talking about a big hunk of rock the size of Minnesota. A flaming asteroid the size of Minnesota screaming through the atmosphere and smashing right into... Hey, Minnesota.
It goes truth to power to responsibility. Mama trying to put the whole litter out they misery. If you can feel me, lick shots at the ceiling until the bots come back from the future to try killing me. Nah, dude, I'm just saying it's true. And you naming me and blaming me for hating on you. I got way better things to do. Never forget, this is America. Banks rob you. Raise your hands up and pay that ransom. We made this anthem over breaks that ain't brung. You caught a bad one and bought you a handgun. Moved to Montana, now you rockin' a man bun. And I ain't even trying to clown it or clone it. It fits your persona, it's sick, you should own it. No bones to pick and no stones to kick. Just the leftover microphones blown to bits.
I decided to describe this today. 8 times out of 10, it's suicide inside of my mind. Image of lying aside with one eye showing. Close it, it won't blink, still open. All the emotion I felt for it, I poured in the felt and fell forward. Even if it felt foreign, I thought that I would be scored historically as one of the best doing it. Now I'm not pressed for it. Shed tear for it, I sweat for it. Cut up until my flesh pours a mesh. I bled for it, a mesh for it. I lost homies, yet you don't wanna flow toe to toe. That's a death warrant. I've been definitely out of your depth. I etch torrents, especially my delivery. I was death on it. Just keep the shit, I got nothing left for it. I'm heavy while you rubbing at me like a fucking toy.
I've been in this for life, you just shit on your wife. I'm the type to take a chance, you just take the advice. You've been window shopping this, I've been paying the price. They call me Black Liquor, listen, you can love it and like. Only time I ever stop is when I'm taking a pee. You take an L like it a fee, you been spitting for free. I'm the type to build a lock, you just asking for keys. I go online and look at you, while you looking at me. I'm what it's like to see the thing that you'll never be. Do the thing, the only dreams that you choosing to sleep. I'm up and performing, my presence is global warning. No warning that's so abnormal, it's no way to keep ignoring. I'm hot, matter of fact, I'm the reason you're heated. And if you can't stand me, we got tickets for seating. They wanna play full quarter, but I'm here for the season. So if you wanna stop losing, stop competing.
Picture me impressed by an IG flex. Rocker strong on the mic and exercise these pecs. With breath control, ironclad like a knight getting dressed. I pull a biting rapper's card and call it ID check. See, I don't chase clout, but I'm still a track star. Shine on every beat like a black eye till I leave that chart. You gon' need your shade to keep you warm when I go flash. While they lapping up these DC origin stories like it's NASCAR. They want me to cool down, they say I'm too fired up. Been having some episodes since they let the pilot. Y'all gon' get this clinch fist, raise a half a mile up. Till Brianna's killers in the penitentiary lineup. Said I gotta show some skin, keep them interested. But I bear it all in every stanza, every measure drastic. Work them fingers to the bone till the digits fractured. To show the difference between the real ones and the manufactured. Right.
Half the magi who moves matter like black lives. Same energy for the enemies of my allies. Have-nots, underrepresented, disenfranchised, past due. We ain't through with you by a damn sight. High caliber diaspora, time traveler. Pen with more torque than a wildcat challenger. Vice chancellor, fine mannequin, Mike Handler. All of my bag after the Benjamins like Banneker. No biz like showbiz until COVID. Opiate stole a hero and left no prints. All this drama makes it hard to stay focused. It's still fuck 1245th and his 4 kids. True believers since DMC rockin' Luciditas. Sprinkle voodoo and in a stew like a blue head ear. Lucid dreamer grew up pissing off the music teacher. Guess I wanted life. Wife looking like the new Aaliyah.
Making a million exploiting your fellow citizen really isn't the same as giving people medicine. Regardless of feelings, imperialism will only benefit a few, the rest are on the receiving end. So when you witness this loveliness that we're hustling, just know this isn't an ad, a photo op for Benetton. It's the solution in action, independence, longevity, prioritized over everything. Let's start assembling people with some togetherness. Let's hold a rally and introduce them to special guests. The master of ceremonies, in effect, and when it comes to mics, he's a specialist terrorist from the West, blessed with the weapons in the flesh, bombs he's constructed with the alphabet. I suggest listening to lessons that address the proper progressive thoughts that'll have you pressed.
I mean, 3 incredible sides. Yeah, this is great. This is everything flows perfectly too. Very much digging. Different from Little Sims too. That's another hip hop album from this year that I really liked. So I'm glad to see that my hip hop for the year at least has a couple of selections. I liked the Aesop Rock, this year's Aesop Rock too, but I think there's a new one coming out. Did I catch that news right? Did I get any other hip hop? I don't remember. Probably. It's just my memory's not very good. You know? Generally speaking, I get stuff, if it interests me, I pick it up. No, not Appleseed. Appleseed's an old one, dude. I forgot what the new one was called. But they have a new one coming out, like new. All right. Side 4. Let me make sure I got the right side. What are we going to listen to tonight? There's always a few choices of selections, right? I'm pretty sure we're not going to run out of things to listen to. But those of you that tune in, sometimes, hey, you might want to get your sets in early. Or you want to get your requests in early. If that's the case, go take a look at the archive. I'll make sure that I put everything ahead of time. I'll make sure that I prepare whatever I got to prepare for you. I'll show up prepared. All right. I think I'm ready for side 4. I'm trying to decide on the cover and whether I like it. The art. I think I do like it. It's just scribbling and stuff. I think I do like it. There's no liner notes to speak of. There's a little bit of credits at the back of the album. That's about it. I'm okay with that, though, I think. I mean, the price is right. So they didn't spend, they kept it kind of like tight. But at least they gave us polyline sleeves. That's got to count. So Gabagool is here. She's going to be making the Beta Band, a full album spin on Friday. So is it a full album? No, it's a 2 LP. It's not a full album. That's LP1 that we're going to do on Friday. Do I have it here? I'm looking for it. Here it is. Yeah, let me just take a look. Gabagool sent this to the archive. Yeah, it's a 2 LP. It's a 2 LP. We're going to listen to this. I'm not familiar with the Beta Band. So, we're going to listen to this on Friday night. You see? First 2 sides. Is that good or what? Yes, dreams do come true in the line of Vinyl Junkies. Down under. All right. Patreon.com/Vinyl Junkies. Become a patron. 902. Because what we do here is really fun. Okay? Good. Listen to side 4 then. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. Oh. I'm your groove merchant. What do you say you leave me a tip? A few bucks. It'll keep the entire house rolling a bit. Do you think that's okay? Can we roll? Can you afford to buy me a coffee? If you can't, it's okay. Does the fact that I'm being all silent now make you slightly uncomfortable? It's okay. You don't have to. Hey. But it makes me feel a little bit safer about tomorrow. I won't have to worry now. I hustle like a blue-collar worker. I gotta pack the lunchbox. A tear to me eye. Listen to him. All of a sudden he became Irish. Listen to me, Gary. All right. Let me get started, okay? Hope you enjoyed it. Tonight we're going to do a bunch of other records. I'm pretty sure that I got a box coming if it looks like the box might be arriving either today or tomorrow. If it arrives tonight, well, we're going to have a whole bunch of cool records to listen to. All right. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. Side 4. The last song is the song that features MF Doom and Aesop Rock. It's a tune written and performed by MF Doom. I believe it is the last song he ever recorded before passing away. So, rest in power. Let's listen to this. Side 4. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. Oh.
I could probably never admit this to anyone else but you. Back in like 2001, I wanted to kill you.
But in the next few frames that followed, I turned all the way down like slow motion, like time and space got swallowed. And I believe every moment is meaningful, even if just for a second. And every second counts when you watch the clock from inside of the wreckage. 2 in the morning, I was outside your building in the back of a taxi. And over on the corner, next to the record store, we saw an accident happen. Of course it stole my focus, cold as the wind, I'm frozen, motionless. I don't remember if I showed emotion, just auto-tune and sing those notes. Was almost 20 years ago, long time ago. Sometimes I try to block it out my mind, but then decide to show those glimpses of violence on the insides of my eyelids. I still hear it in my head, I can see it, still can't describe it. See the cab driver fumble with his flip phone, trying to hit 911. You know the cops are gonna come, like what the fuck, the one time I've ever carried a gun. This ain't even my gun, what the hell did you put in this flask? Who the fuck do you think that you are with your scary ass? Wishing that you could bury it in the trash. Smash that 4-door Ford sedan into an F-150. Bright red blood in a fresh white snow, and my breath got sticky. I was on the verge of crying, but this ain't my time to work it out. Nah, I'm trying to find a way to help out, but I'm nervous that I don't know how to. And I'm sure I heard a voice come from the inside of the car. So I'm pulling on the handle, trying to pry the door ajar. Looking through the window, I don't see anybody moving. The noise I heard was a radio, there's nothing there but music. It was no surprise when I recognized y'all drew a crowd round. And everybody's so quiet, it felt like the song was stupid loud now. Kick, bass, and snare, I swear that to this day when I close my eyes, I thank whomever can hear these tears, cause that's the night that one of us was supposed to die. Underestimate the power of a threat, could probably turn your volume down a couple steps. The universe of every surface that reflects. It's in your drugs and your food and your sex. I'm a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Break another sweat. I gave you my heart in the shape of a cassette. How can I continue if I don't know how to let go of all my issues to forgive you and forget? I love you, don't ever expect anything less. I've got your name on the list, bring a guest. I know you got my back, I can feel the connect. But my local laundromat doesn't accept respect. Maybe you could help me settle a bet. Should I bite my tongue or keep it hella direct? When the only thing left is the special effects. But I'm staring at the camera like I ain't dead yet. Gotta get so high to decompress. And whoever survives gets to clean the mess. We gotta evolve, develop what's next. We gotta evolve, develop what's next. And I ain't even trying to leave my nest, cause when I do I realize that I'm the least impressed. We gotta evolve, develop what's next. We gotta evolve, develop what's next. And I don't know if I believe in death, but I believe in the scars that you collect and protect. We gotta evolve, develop what's next. We gotta evolve, develop what's next. And it'll all make sense if you hold your breath. But how you gonna grow if there's no regrets? We gotta evolve, develop what's next. We gotta evolve, develop what's next.
Time to hit Twitch if you want to hear the MF Doom. The Popo is here. If you want to hear the MF Doom tune, Aesop Rock, come meet us on Twitch. Sorry, YouTube. That's the way it goes. See you on Twitch.